thought I would show you what I was bitching about regarding the juniper and what I think is mildew. You can't really see it well in the sun, but this is white powdery stuff, and then seems to have spread. Do you see where this growth is kind of silvery and dried up kind of looking compared to this, which is green and healthy? And you look back in there, there's more of this darker. And in here, I'm worried about that. I did some trimming this morning after I read a YouTube video. I trimmed everything that hangs below the branches, which is one of the things you're supposed to do for junipers. I don't think mine has any new growth that needs the pinching process. The only thing that I'm worried about is if that's mildew and if it's starting to kill my tree. Now, as you can see, the akadama, however it's pronounced, the soil looks dry. It's pale, but I watered this morning. Now, if that's mildew, that's a sign that it's been too wet. Yet I watered this morning, and this looks dry already. I think it's wet enough. I did some trimming on my elm after I read a video of how to trim deciduous trees, and I hope I did it right. I followed every branch to where there's 2, and then it goes up to 4, and then it goes up to 8, and then 12. I don't know, I hope I did it right. This, which I think is a Scotch pine, now look how dry that is. And that was watered this morning. But look how wet that is. That looks wet. Side by side, and that's dry already, and this is still wet. That looks still wet. That's my sweet gum that I transplanted. I put moss around it the other day. It still looks okay. It looks like it survived its transplanting. But this Scotch pine that I found in the woods, I don't know. I think I made a big mistake I read a video last night that, at least for pines, like the Scotch pine, this is the main trunk and main branch, and you shouldn't cut this if you want the trunk to continue to grow. If you cut it, then it won't grow anymore. And of course I cut it, so I don't know if that means my trunk is not going to get any thicker. That might have been a big boo-boo. Now some of the experts, quote unquote, say you should not have any branches on the bottom third. So according to that, all of this should go. But then I would just have this long stalk with just this on the top. Now there is a style of bonsai, I think it's called linguistic, that looks like that, but I don't really want that. I was hoping by trimming these down a little bit, the bottom branches should be wider than the top branches, which is what I've tried to do. But I was hoping by cutting them back, it would get bushier somehow. But some trees don't do that. Some trees, if you cut their branches, they will never grow anymore. Other trees, if you trim their branches, like a deciduous like that or a juniper, they will sprout from that cut. Scotch pine, I'm not sure if it will sprout from that cut. I've been trying to read about it, and I haven't really found the answers I'm looking for. I think this is a good sign that there's a bud here. I was just hoping that these would sprout, and I was hoping that it would get more branches along here, but I don't know if it will. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to learn more about Scotch pine. Anyway, frustrations. That looks dry, but I've read that Scotch pines like to be drier than others, so I watered this morning, so I'm just going to leave everything go. I don't think watering every day is good. I think you should feel the soil and monitor it that way. And now I'm going to go Google junipers and see if they can get a mildew, and if that's what this one has, if I should treat it with something. I haven't weeded the garden yet or turned it over. We're waiting on that because I don't know if my parents want to do a garden this year. And if they're going to rent a rototiller or what. So, okay, bye.